This is not going to be a good video, but I promised my customer that I would give them an update and post it on my YouTube so that they can see what happened. But this is the 2001 Jeep Cherokee Sport that was sitting in his driveway, undriven for the past couple of years. This is terrible. I'll do a better one in the daytime, I promise. You can skip this one if you want. There were some issues with it. It hadn't been driven in 2 years, so I was unsure about a lot of things. Really need to turn the light off, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it's in pretty good shape. It's not wrecked. There's no crooked body panels on it. There is some rust on the roof because snow sat on it, you know, for like 2 or 3 winters in a row. Let's see, when we had it towed, because you don't want to try to drive a vehicle that's been sitting, this wheel right here was completely seized. The tow truck had to drag it onto the flatbed. Anytime you call a tow truck, just, if you can remember, ask for a flatbed. Don't forget that, because it's so much safer to flatbed a vehicle than to drag it, especially when you find out when you get there that the wheel is frozen. Now, I've unfrozen the wheel, we've dealt with the fuel, we've checked in all the fluids, and everything seems okay, and we replaced the battery. And so now here's the interior, and so this is my update for you. I'm not quite used to getting. Whoa. Radio works. We got lights.
That's inexcusable. I mean, that's sideline.
Here we go. Cold start. 2 years. Where is the power? There it is. Okay. Here we go. All right. Now, I can't drive it yet, and I'll show you why. Okay, see that? That's what happens. That's what happens. I don't know if you can hear me over the engine. The engine's surprisingly quiet. That's what happens when a brake line catastrophically fails. Now, I was gonna test drive this thing, and me and my neighbor Kevin, who you remember from other videos, actually got in it and we're gonna drive it. And then I started pumping the brake pedal, and it was like, something's not right, something's wrong, and it's because the metal line had corrosion on it and it fractured. So now I got to replace that line, but that's okay. I've done it before. I just didn't want to do it now because I spent so much time freeing up that wheel that I showed you. I had to take the wheel off, pound on the brake drum, knock a bunch of rust out of it. It was pretty comical. I wish I'd have filmed it. And then get it spinning freely, and then get the brake working perfectly. For some reason, this brake light is still on. But that's probably because it has no pressure from the master cylinder, because there's no fluid in it anymore, because it's all in that pan underneath the car. But listen to this. I don't even know why I bother filming, because I might as well have audio at this point. But it runs well. The engine's nice and smooth and quiet. And this is after 2 days of messing with it, and like I said, a new battery, had to deal with the old fuel, and making sure the fluids were okay. I got to get an oil change, I got to get the transmission serviced, I got to bleed the brakes. I'm going to have to bleed the brakes after I replace the line. Oh, and this headlight, that headlight's out. I'll show you. You gotta love this old school stuff. You know, they don't make headlight switches like this anymore. Boop, you gotta pull a knob. Let's see how well this shows up. So it lights, but look at the other one. See how much brighter it is? So there's definitely some kind of filament or something in this one that's no good. Anyway, I told you I'd make this video brief, and now I'm turning myself into a liar. So thanks for watching.